Welcome to the very first episode of the How Is He podcast, where we deep dive into the world of Carlow soccer. Join us as we discuss all things Carlow soccer, from players, clubs, results and everything in between. My name is Popa Dowling. I've been involved in Carlow soccer for a very, very long time. Some would say as a shit player, and some would say as an even worse coach. But joining me on this journey is none other than Popa Dowling, a man who has won it all, including multiple Carlow Cups, Carlow Shields, Premier Cups, never won a league, but we'll get to that. He also has a Player of the Year, if I'm not corrected, along with representing the Oscar Trainers. As a coach, he indeed did coach the Oscar Trainers to an All-Ireland title. Some would say Carlow's only a All-Ireland title, and then finally getting his hands on the big one in 2017 when he managed Hanover Harps to the Carlow Premier title. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long, long time, so let's kick it off. Popa, what do you think?
Delighted to be here.
Yeah.
Let's share these memories that we have over the years with the people, and look,
a few stories.
Not everybody loves you, not everybody hates you either.
Pop, we'll start the weekend, will we? The results of the weekend. Premier results. Craig at Bagnallstown 3-0. Did you hear anything about that?
No, just I believe fairly straightforward performance from from Critty Yard. Bagnallstown missing a couple of players, obviously, I think, but
yeah, a few suspended, wasn't it?
Fair play to Critty Yard. They're knocked results over it. I know they didn't have a.
Well, I'll tell you, Pop. I seen them play against Yee in Critty Yard. I seen them play obviously against Pats. And you can say what you want. They don't concede many goals.
No.
And they'll always score one or two, and they're a nightmare. I know Newark went and done 2-0 there a couple of weeks ago, but listen, it probably isn't the best Critty Yard team ever on paper over the last 15 years. But
I think the people at Critty Yard know that as well. But you have to admire the job that Budsy Maher done.
Unbelievable job.
To get the results, like you see, to call back some of the 35s to play with them in the Premier, which is not easy to do. Ozzy's back.
Yeah.
Mikey's gone into full back. But they're all leaders. They all played the game at a top level in their day when they were fitting well. And one thing you'd always get about them is organisation.
Yeah. And
they were always a phenomenal club in that regard, from top to bottom, and very well supported from local families and local businesses. And look at fair play to me. I admire them for what they've done.
Yeah, absolutely. Parkville 4, Vale Wanderers 5. I thought that was a mistake when I seen that.
I looked at it, yeah. I could come, yeah.
4-5. Vale Wanderers scoring 5 goals.
Yeah, and I don't know. We played against Vale twice this year. There's goals in them, they're obviously a different team on Astro. They are on grass, but I think it was in Parkville too, was it?
Yeah,
it was in Parkville on grass. Yeah, but they seem to score a bang of goals on Astro and struggle away from home. But just Smithers is some outlet.
Unbelievable.
He should be going around Shelburne. He's that fast. That's the truth.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah.
I was obviously with Vale when I left past that time, and I'll tell you one thing: they loved their soccer out there. And at that time, they had a cracking youths group for 2 years. And I actually thought they'd win the Premier.
Yeah.
That group that they had, to keep them together.
Progress into the Premier.
Yeah. But definitely go and even challenge for it, because I won't name names, but they have savage young lads there that, Jesus Christ.
They have a couple of proper ballers in that first team when they're full strength.
As good as anything.
Yeah. No, they'd always concede a goal, but in regards of, you fancy yourself to score against them, where you go to Critty Yard and you'd say, where's the goal coming from?
Yeah.
They just get a block against you and that's it. But Vale come out and attack on Astro and they sort of try and sit in behind you. That's why you won't score as many goals as grass. That's when I seen that result of the weekend. I was like, someone pressed the multiply button here. What's going on?
Yeah. You won 3-1? Yeah,
3-1, yeah. 1-0 down. Great free kick from Michael Murphy. You would have coached him as a young lad.
Yeah, that's right,
with the academies.
Yeah.
Great super free kick into the wind, bent it in the top corner. Silly foul from us on the edge of the box. Look, it is what it is, but 25 yards out into the wind, you didn't fancy him to score, and Ben went the right way, but he just couldn't get near it. It was that good.
Too good.
And then just reacted just before half time, got an equaliser on Burn, and then there was lads on the sideline. What's the score in the collection? You walk and it was 1-1 with 10 minutes to go, and I'd say Critty Yard are licking their lips because the league was over then.
Yeah.
But you'd always fancy you walk to get a goal. They're like Man United in the freaking noughties, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
injury time, but I don't think it was injury. I think it was 80-something minute, and I think Keane Dowling scored. He's
Go ahead.
Wow, what a player! Left back, right back, and they're always. I heard, even the Oscar trainers this year, the boys are always calling him some man to shoot but can't score. But look, he got the goal at the weekend and keeps their Premier League hopes alive.
Yeah, I was working yesterday morning. I was following it on that app. That app is good sometimes. Other times it's crap. Like I don't know how to.
FAI Connect that. Yeah, it's not. It's not sharp enough because if one team does it and the other team doesn't, it might come up as. Like I remember looking at New York and Collision, and we were playing a game at the same time, and I was away at training or something at the time, and someone said Collision's beating New York 2-0, but it was actually 2-2.
Yeah, because
New York weren't on the FAI Connect, but Collision were. But it's if everybody can get used to it, it's a thing that you'd love to follow, you know. But I don't know how to get used to it.
It's a great idea, man.
It's a great idea. Great idea, yeah, absolutely.
You use the flash score and all that for the scores in the Champions League and international.
You see the lineups and everything, and who's playing and who's not playing.
Yeah, it's handy out. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's definitely a good application if it can be taken up on, like, and you can catch it live. It's all the better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great.
Division 1 Cup took place the weekend as well. Burn Celtic beat Phoenix 3-1. Probably should have been maybe the final in that. I don't know.
I was down there.
Well,
Burn Celtic are good. I believe there's a couple of additions coming back next year, but they have a couple of proper. But now the wind was howling, and it wasn't across the field, it was up and down, and Burn Celtic had to win in their back in the first half. Went 2-0 up, and then Phoenix scored just at the end of the first half to make it 2-1, and then they had to win, and it was all Phoenix in the second half, but you're sort of bypassing midfields then, where the wind is in the box, but then again, if the wrong pass is picked, it's so easy to defend because you just let go over your head and let the wind take it, and it's gone out for a goal kick or a throw or whatever. And Phoenix were sort of on top then because of the wind as well, but then I think they had a second yellow card, and that changed the game. And I watched young Shane Duffy up top. He bossed the game in the first half, sort of in a 10, and then he was in an 8, and then up top. And then in the second half, when they were into the wind, they sort of wanted to get the ball to his feet and let him run with it to keep the ball.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get the ball to him because the wind was that strong, or the pass wasn't good enough to him, and it was easy to defend. It was like 3v1, and Bobby Dowling playing centre half with two chaps either side of him. Yeah. Clever, just talking to the lads, and then the second leg, midfielder got sent off for St. Felix, and they dropped Shane back into the 6.
Okay.
And he just dictated. He actually set up a third goal. He was facing his own goal and went by 2 or 3 players and picked an unbelievable pass, and the goalie came out. Striker dinked it over him 3-1. Game over then.
Like they obviously won that division as well, right? So they're going to get promoted. And I did look on the app and follow them really over the season. And looking at some of the names, like 90% of them all played academy.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them lads. Like I seen
Adam Feeney was playing.
Adam Feeney.
Yeah.
Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
Shane Duffy, obviously.
Shane Duffy played. I believe Oscar Brendan's come back next year. Ben Goodwin wasn't. I think he could have been on the bench, but I don't think he started that game.
But there's a lot of names I'm looking at.
There is, yeah. We all coached them.
Sean Tracy.
Yeah, in the Kennedy Cup. Yeah, that's right.
Some savage players. We'll come back to more Celtic in a minute because I want to talk a bit more on it. Mill Celtic bet Cretty 3-0 in that cup. I think Cretty have to go down that division, don't they?
I think. Yeah,
I know that's the cup, but
I think that was a walkover because I think there was a friend of mine supposed to ref it, and I think there was a mix-up. There was some kind of mix-up that one team didn't know the game was on. For whatever reason, I'm not sure, but I know it was a walkover. I think that was the 3-0 one.
Dunman bet Pats 1-0 as well.
Dunman, yeah, and the winners, they're actually out with the game the other night from Ballon were playing St. Felix because the winners played each other.
Oh, is that right? Are they on the same side?
Yeah, they're on the same side. So if Dunman play Burn now in the semi-final, be a good game.
Yeah,
Dunman are good. They're like. I tell you, they'll score goals, but unfortunately they can see them as well. There's a few players in it that are electric going forward, but if they're down, they don't want to defend going backwards. But they're some class players in it.
I've seen Donlan play a couple of times this year as well, and Joe Dorn, Keelan Lacey, Danny Thompson, obviously, the Dorleys, like these Liam Ryan.
Yeah,
these are proper players.
Oh, like, good players. Yeah.
That probably go into most junior sides.
Yeah,
in the Premier League.
They can cover the ground. They're not afraid of a tackle. And if you want to stand up and scrap at them, they'll scrap at you as well.
Paul Connor's in there as well, is he?
He's played a couple of games with them. I don't know whether he sort of flicked between the A and the B, and I think he's just playing mostly B now, but that could do a job in anything. He was such a good player. He played Hanover half shoots. Such a good player, centre half.
Yeah. White's Pharmacy Division, Vale Wonders won the league Saturday night. The bet Castle 4-0. Promoted. I think that's massive for Vale Wanderers. They don't have a team in the Premier in the First Division.
Yeah, very good. Played against Vale this year myself with the Hanover B team in the Plots. they scored late on the draw with us 2-2, and the Hanover B team wouldn't be great this year now, but they're only started. They haven't had a B team in a couple of years, but you could see a couple of players in the failed team that were like, they're a bit too strong now, Division 2.
Yeah.
You know, and deservedly so, but Bonglass was good. Jamie Furlong playing Bonglass, you know what I mean? Jack Kenny. Jesus, you know, they play with Pats and then Hanover.
Billy Nolan's over.
Billy Nolan's over. So Billy has done it all with Critty Yard and all that.
Absolutely.
Great coach and always get a team fit.
Yeah, and a good football mind as well.
And
the brief conversation, because he was done with Pats last year and I was there. He went away for his own reasons, but the brief conversations I had with him, he's no idiot. Like, he knows his football.
No, he's into it too.
And
loves
he's
it.
Fiery about
it. Yeah.
You know.
But if you have 7 or 8 lads training, he'll walk. He's gone. That's his kind of thing. He said, I'll train if there's lads training.
Yeah.
But I'm not going up with a Mickey Mouse effort, because his interest is either all in or not.
Absolutely.
And you have to admire that.
You can't argue with that. Yeah, they beat Hanover 6-0. Parkville bet Wolf Hill 7-0. Wolf Hill, another club that, I don't know, big club once upon a time. Oak B bet Burn B 6-3. And Dublin B bet Nerney 2-1. We had eyes on that one as we were playing St. Patrick's Boys, that is. Are playing Dublin B in the quarter final of the Carlow Cup next weekend, but we'll get to that later on. Popa, that's the little rundown on the league. Let's get into the fucking nitty gritty here now.
Let's go.
Let's hear about it.
Yeah.
Popa, I want to kind of make this about you, right? Before we start, I have a couple of questions wrote down here. I put on my own nerdy glasses because, I tell you the truth, I'm blind without them these days. Never won the league as a player, Pop?
No, unfortunately not. Played in a couple of great teams and just got pipped. A couple of runners-up medals, all right, but it just didn't happen for whatever reason. Played against obviously stronger teams at the time, but it's not a regret of mine. I don't think it affects what people thought of me as a soccer player. I don't like some people would say whatever, but look, never won it as a player. It's something I would have loved to have done as a player. With Hanover, obviously, of course. I played with Stretford for a couple of years, obviously, but I'd always regard myself as a Hanover Harpsman to the bone. Never won it. Would have loved to won it, but I remember what kind of sportsman I am. I went to drinking with the teams who did win it.
The excuse.
Yeah.
The excuse.
Yeah. I'm gone for 2 days.
So in that, so you mentioned that Stretford team, right? So obviously you played with Stretford. I was, believe it or not, I was a young lad watching that Stretford team. And let's fucking be honest, we met for a few pints on Easter Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And we kind of had to preempt this conversation. We were talking about that Stretford team. You had likes of Ray Regan in it.
Oh my God.
Miley Dorn was in it. Was he?
No, Miley left when I joined. He went to Critty Yard that year.
Gavin the goal, obviously.
Sure, there was always it's not a rumour. It was a fact with Gavin. You've Gavin Dowling in the goal. You're starting with 10 points in the bag, ain't you?
I know. Yeah,
he was good. You know, he was like. That's AF, Darren Curtin in the goal.
I remember when we signed him, when I got involved first at Pats from the coach, and we were in Kilkenny. I remember PJ O'Neill was over Pats at the time, ringing me to tell me we signed Gavin Dowling. I said, stop lying to me, PJ, will you please? He said, no, he wants to come. Unbelievable. Pop, Gav.
Play with him. I've actually, he was related to me. 2 grandfathers or brothers. Play with him as a coach. Play with him as a player. Coached with him with the Oscar trainers this year. Coached the academy with you.
That's right, yeah.
The great Dacker.
That's right.
And Timmy Curry.
Dacker will be coming on. There's no doubt about
it, yeah. But Gavin Dowling, my God, people always say, who's the best player you play with? And it's always an outfield player. And years ago, as an excuse, you go training. After the goalie doesn't really have to train. Let him turn up for a match, do a few shots, and he's warmed up.
Yeah.
Gavin always trained. And that was the difference in Gavin.
I remember doing shooting sessions with Gavin in the goal. And he genuinely be tick if lads score on.
Oh,
this is training, Pop.
Yeah. I went around him once, or I think it could have been Brian Carberry or something, and it sort of jeered him after. And his eyes were like, come in again, and you know what's
yeah.
Straight into
I have
psychopath mode.
Yeah. I remember someone clipped the free kick on him before training one night, and he absolutely lost the fucking rag.
Yeah, you could turn around and celebrate, and you get the ball in the back of the neck.
Yeah.
Like, but that's Gavin.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to do? Celebrate for letting it go in? No.
You're on the spot now. So, best player you did play with, Pop? Outside of Hanover. Let's go outside of Hanover.
Outside of Hanover. Jesus.
I think we know the one you would have said if I had said go with Hanover, right?
Yeah, there's very...
And that's someone I'd like to get on as well, but we'll mention him later on.
There's a few, like, it's hard to name the best players. Rammer Buggy from Cratty Yard was a warrior.
Yeah, good player.
Right? Alan Kelly won the league for Burnt Celtic for many years on his own. Not on his own, I mean, he was always the difference.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't win the league. We didn't have an Alan Kelly.
Yeah.
Played my first Oscar trainer game in, I think it was 98 or 97, down in Waterford. Waterford won it the year previous. Alan Kelly played up top, and that time there was no coaching. It was like, I was just turn up and try and get a bit fit if you can, and flat 4-4-2.
Yeah.
I think I come on as a sub, went in right back, right midfield or something like that. But Alan played up front, and we won 5-2, and he got a hat trick. And Waterford signed him after the game, straight after the game. weren't messing around. He was that. It was like a man against an under 14 team.
They would have been Premier then, would they, Waterford back then?
They would have, yeah, absolutely. He was phenomenal.
It's great actually. I was going to make the point while we're on Burnt Celtic, right? Outside of Hanover Harps, Newark and Cratty Yard, they're the only team. They're the next ones that have last won a league.
Yeah.
Outside of those three.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, again, look, I didn't play at that level much, right? But I remember, like, Burnt Celtic were a proper team.
Oh, they were good.
Like a proper Premier. Like, they were always thereabouts.
Yeah, you had Brendan Butler in the middle of the field with a brother playing centre half, Tom. JJ Dowling in the goal.
Ross Nolan.
Mousy Leary.
Yeah.
Alan Kelly.
Yeah.
Really good players, you know. And Alan was an outlet. Like, if you're left one of Mum and Alan, you're in trouble. Like 9 times out of 10, he's gone past you.
Yeah.
And 8 times out of 10, it's a goal.
Yeah.
You know, that's how good he was.
Well, it's great. It's great they're back in there, isn't it?
Oh, super. I was down looking at the weekend and
some facility pop.
It's fantastic, yeah. And it's like Collision. It's wide open and a windy day. It can be really, really windy. That more so than
Ballin.
somewhere like that.
FC Carlow pop going out to play Ballin summer soccer in the middle of June and it's freezing.
Yeah,
it's like a wind. Yeah. It's a wind fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, look, I think it's great from me back in the league. Absolutely. I had a lad tell me there a while ago. It's the biggest Astroturf he's ever seen. Yeah.
Played 35s in it last year. My God. Yeah, I didn't move out of the centre circle, and I was still tired. Yeah.
Moving on, Popa, into the coaching world. What got you into coaching, Pop?
Just a love of soccer. Yeah, I loved it. I love it.
Were you approached?
I tell you what, I think it was only I was 35, I think, at the time, or 36, and soccer was sort of changing into a system where you were being coached a little bit better. Like, it wasn't like years ago, just turn up and train and play a 5-a-side, and after an hour you're going home. There was actually drills involved.
Yeah.
And you could see shape. How you drop into a little deeper role and let 2 lads ahead of you and one out up top.
Yeah.
2 high wingers and this kind of thing. And I thought I could do a job, but Hanover couldn't get a manager at the time, and I said, try and come in on my playing days. If I would have been training with them, I would have played a bit of game time with that team I was getting in. But I took a hit, and I had to respect the player like Simon O'Shea, Phil Neenan, Jason Murphy, all great club men, Alan Shaw, Blackjack. They all sort of had a word sort of with me, asked me would I do it, I'd be interested in doing it, and of course himself, Spartacus, Tom Begley, he was the man who convinced me, sort of, you know, like he's just Mr. Hanover Harps, and he asked me would I do it, and I did it. It's not a decision. I regretted not playing in that team, but I love managing it.
It's probably a good transition though, Pop.
Super, yeah. And I said, would it be hard to have the same respect to me as a player as a coach? But first thing I did was I got Pat Nolan with me, a dagger.
And talk the hind legs off.
Yeah, and he just has a way with people.
A beautiful mind.
Oh my God, yeah. Russell Crowe himself. Yeah. He's the one I brought in straight away, and sure, we can say him like our friends a long time. Got on great. He came in and he sort of helped with the younger lads coming through. He would have known him more than me, like Swanee and all that. But yeah, look, I was delighted to go in and do it, you know, and then sort of picked up. I think it won 11 trophies or something like that in 4 years.
Was it? Did you get 11?
Yeah, well, it was great. It was a Premier, 3 Shields, two Carlow Cups.
You beat us in the Shield final anyway. Yeah. It was nice coaching in Parkville.
Yeah. I think that was the most disappointing final I was ever involved in, because we expected a really good game, and
we never.
I don't think you never let it glove on us.
Do you know I've massive regrets about that.
Why is that?
So I was, when I was with Pats that time, I was always looking for the next thing. So I remember recording games, right?
You were always hard on yourself though, Podge.
No, but I remember going recording games, and looking at like making sure that I had stuff for players after training, like food of a Friday after training, and make sure that if we were playing on a Sunday morning, well, obviously we were playing on a Sunday morning, that we'd have like not so much breakfast, but to be coffee, tea, juice, Jaffa cakes, breakfast bars, like always me. I tried to make it like always advance it, and we got to the final that year because we've been bet 2 years previous, right? We've been betting 2 finals the year before. Parkville bet us 1-0 in both of them, Shield and the Carlow Cup. Heartbreaking stuff, but anyway, that's another fucking episode. But that morning we played Hanover, I brought that for breakfast.
Did you?
Down to Lazy River.
Right. Big fry, obviously. No, I'm only missing.
Scrambled eggs, beans, bit of toast, cup of tea. But was that like, I think the final was 11, wasn't it? 11 o'clock?
Final 11, yeah.
Strike the boys down there at 8:30.
No, it's too early, yeah. We didn't.
Idiot.
We were just walk up 10 minutes earlier than normal because you have to walk out behind the referee.
Yeah, I know, but that's why,
and we're just relaxed.
But that's this sounds so fucking stupid. That's probably why you won, like.
Yeah, well.
So there's me, B licensed coach, right? All the experience in the world, and make a big fuck up like that. That is probably fucking
you probably overthought
detriment.
Maybe. Yeah, overthought it,
in my mind the whole time.
Well, like, I don't know what that is. That's eagerness to win for your club. Like, I did everything right, but then because you lost the game, now you're over hard on yourself. Don't be overcritical on yourself.
Oh, you have to be, though.
No, well, look, you're not going to give yourself a pat on the back for getting bet in the final, are you? But
no,
I wouldn't overread it either.
Would Manny do it? Ten Hag do it at the moment.
Ten Hag do it, yeah.
Fucking retard. Oh, yeah. sorry, Eric, if you're listening. So we're on the coaching thing. So you transitioned Hanover, had that unbelievable successful spell. You were in your own academies. You were in your own Oscar trainers. The best coach, Popa.
Best coaches. I'll tell you, when we sort of advanced with Hanover every single year, when we were sort of, Hanover was always known as a cup team. They'll never win a league, and then sort of got them thinking. But I sort of knew I needed a coach in with me as well, because there's a big difference in a good coach and a good manager.
Absolutely.
And I'd say I'm a better manager than a coach. That's what I would think of myself. There's obviously better coaches there than me. But brought in Eddie Darcy.
Yeah.
And Eddie Darcy did the drills. I remember one night we were training and it was snowing, and the grass, the AstroTurf, as you know, up in the plots, you could easily play 7 aside. It was white, but we still trained. Yeah. So we couldn't do any ball work, but he did a drill without the ball. And you could see the boys ran that hard. There was steam coming up on them in the snow. Oh my God, it was unbelievable. Popa Dowling brought me in. That's when I got into the Oscar trainer level. He asked me would I come in. He was manager of Critty Yard at the time. Yeah. He asked me would I come in and help him with the Oscar trainers. I said I would. I didn't really know much about it as a coaching side, that kind of thing, but I was managing Hanover at the time. So I he did all the drills and all that, and I was just there as a popular figure with the players, because I know everybody,
Yeah.
Look, I think the first time we ever done a board, I think I was involved with you with the academies years ago.
Okay.
Which was a totally different insight into soccer to me. I was like, Jesus, like I thought, look, I'm not blowing smoke up your arse, but you're always regarded as a great coach.
And we'll finish there. That's enough. That's enough for this week.
Running out of time there. No, great. Yourself. And I tell you who's an unbelievable coach and no one talks about. Gavin Dowling is such a what a goalkeeper coach.
I'd be straight up, but right. And I'm not blowing smoke up. I know Gav. I like him. I rang him the other day, asked him to come on as a guest. Gav, if you're listening.
Come on, Gav.
Here we are.
The host man, baby.
Gavin, I've seen a lot of coaches, a lot of goalkeeping specific coaches. Gavin would do a lot of work with Seamus Glover.
Yeah. Gavin's
the best goalkeeping coach I've ever seen run a session. Ever.
Yeah. Ever. I remember, like, he was obviously in with the academy, that team we were there at the time, and he was take the goalkeepers, and what a role model for goalkeepers to have, because we'd always speak about him in the dressing room in regards of, well, I played with him, you didn't play with him, but you would have coached him. And I was like, what a goalkeeper. And what Gavin used to say, like, he had a way of getting it across to the kids, and he'd tell it, like, try and buy time with diving with the balls and rolling around and this kind of thing. He was brilliant at it. Yeah. What a coach. I'd say Gavin, yourself, Cooper, Eddie Darcy was a big plus for me, Hanover. And then
Eddie had a stint with Carlow Youths as well.
He did, yeah. Eddie's well qualified. Yeah, people don't like he's gone away from soccer now, but he came in there for 1 year. Sorry, he came in the second year, but he got busy with work. He had to move to England. Yeah. But he came in that year, and I was like, we have a mixture of everything here, because there was me and Dacker, who the players respond to. We had Eddie do the coaching, and then every Tuesday night down the top pro gym at Annie Larkin. And Annie Larkin I could see the lads toning up.
Really?
Oh yeah, like
Over what time period? Like, what are we talking?
Paul Corr came in 1 year. I think he lost 3.5 stone.
Good player as well, Paul Corr.
That's no messing. And he came in and he was like, "This lad's a baller."
Yeah.
But he was like, "Jesse, lose him." And he came down and he was flying at the time. That was sort of the year after. But that year we came down and I tell you who we signed that year. Ray Walker.
Yeah.
The Terminator.
Yeah, I see he's back playing with.
He's back. He's back now.
Blues there. You'll have him next year, will you?
I'll have him 35 this year.
Was he 35? Is he 35? Of course he will be. Yeah.
Andy Larkin was an unbelievable. Like he used to come up and do the drills. He'd walk down from his house. We'd have a warm up done. He'd arrive when we were doing the warm up. He'd go and get the cones, set it up, take the boys for 20 minutes in the plots, and just get them leg work, upper body work, and then. If it was bad weather, we were like, no, we're not taking the night off down the Top Broad gym. So we made a decision on a Monday, down there on a Tuesday. And D. Maher runs that gym down there, down Cox's Lane. And Andy Larkin was down there and he was to get in. And remember one of the days he said to me about Blackjack, he goes, Blackjack and Derek Hayden. Derek Hayden was trying, he didn't really play much at the time, but he said if he would have got his hands in the two of them as young boxers, he would have made boxers out of them. He couldn't believe the natural strength of the two of them.
Really?
Oh yeah, he was like, get into the ring, and he used to challenge us and all. And you think you'd fancy yourself as a boxer? Forget about it. You know what I mean? He was just messing around. He was just like, go on, I give you a free slap.
Yeah,
Can you land a punch at me? But if I land one on you, and no one ever laid a hand on him.
Yeah, yes.
But he was a great person, and I remember that time we were going real well. We had a great start in the league. It was the first year we ever bet Critty Yard away in the league. Trevor Riley was in the goal. We were 2-0 up. Critty Yard scored, and they got penalty just before half time. Trevor Riley saved it, and the game ended up 2-1. And that was that was a belief that we needed. Halfway through the season, said we have it here, and then we went down to the Dials of the Royal Oak Christmas party, Christmas jumpers, rotten drunk we were, the whole lot of us. Yeah, we had a right crack.
I remember going to the playoff in the plots. Could have been the year before you won it, was it?
Yeah.
3-1.
3-1, 3 set pieces.
How, like, that was a great game of football.
Wet night, miserable night.
Budsmar was...
He either got 2 or 3 that day. He definitely got 2.
Unbelievable, Papa.
Oh, he was, yeah. He just had a knack of arriving at the right time. Like he read it them.
Pieces, like,
yeah, but he was deadly at set pieces. But not only that, Podgy. The very first time your line will be 10 yards higher, his run is spot on.
Yeah.
And he gets in, he finishes.
Yeah,
he just yeah. And they went 1-0 up that day. He scored a great goal, and then we equalised.
That's right.
And they obviously won the game 3-1.
You won it the year after then, right?
No.
Oh, did you not?
No, the year after that, it was like down to the last game of the season, and I think if us and Critty Yard drew, it was a playoff with Critty Yard and York. If Critty Yard won, they won the league. If we won the league. It was a fiery one, and I'll never forget it. It was 0-0, and 15 minutes into the game, you can ask anybody in Critty Yard this. 15 minutes into the game, we were looking at to be 2 or 3-0 down. Couldn't get the hang of their 2 wingers. They kept tucking in, and he was, what do we do here?
Yeah.
And I looked at him and he says, so fullbacks, man mark, follow them in. So they were creating space for fullbacks to overlap, crossing the ball. And he was like, so the wingers track the fullback, and our 2 fullbacks go in with the wingers, and we changed the game. And for the next 65, 70 minutes, we did everything. Jeff Moran had the game of his life in the goal, and a draw was no good to us, and we kept hitting him, and we went chasing more, an extra body in the box at pieces, and we hit the post, and we had a decent show for a penalty, but that's neither here nor there. And then they hit us on a counter-attack in injury time, and Ozzy buried it, and that was the league over for them.
I'm just thinking, I'm going a bit, not that I'm a fucking Dewey Van Halleran psychologist, just thinking like, so you get bet at the Pip twice, 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
Mind you, the year before you would have been close as well. The year before...
We were running up 2 years in a row, yeah. The playoff game in the Plots, and then the year after that was in Critty Yard.
But the year before the playoff game, Papa, you
weren't
too far away.
No, we were close as well.
So you're going through three.
I remember after the game in Critty Yard, we're up into the corner.
How did you go again? Because you didn't. You added Ray at this stage, I presume, for the following season.
For the following season, yeah, and Trevor Riley.
But how do you pick lads up? How do you go?
Look, being honest, the boys picked me up as I went up to the corner crying after the game in Critty Yard. I went up into the very far corner, if you know the pitch in the top and right corner, and I was like,
you never thought you'd get your hands on it.
Yeah, I said, that's it, you're done. But I remember the next day we travelled to an academy game, and I was like, if we win, I'll see you in a week's time. If we lose, I'll go to the academy game. Yeah, and I went to the academy game, but I remember I had a few pints of Scraggs that night afterwards, and I think I could have drank 20 pints, I'd say, if I could have, and I wouldn't have got drunk. I was that upset.
Was I in the academy at the time?
Was he? Okay. I can't remember what it was.
Steering you, was he?
Yeah, I was trying to buy a new car. Yeah. And
you had the fucking. We went down to Clare.
Clare, was it Clare? Yeah, Clare.
Down to. What the fuck is it? It'll come to me now.
I was enjoying. I actually delighted to get up and went then, because we left at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was humming the horn about. But I either text you or text Thacker to say I was gone, and we went anyway. But that night, I'll never forget going up to the corner crying, and I think it was definitely Blackjack, and it could have been Blackjack and Phil, or Blackjack and Coughlin, and they come up after me.
Yeah.
I said, "Stop crying." He says, "We're right there." He said, "We'll get over the line," but he said, "Let's just believe in us," you know what I mean? And I was upset, but I was proud at the same time, because we won the 3 cups that year. I think we won the Shield, the Carlow Cup, and the Premier Cup in the 1 year.
You got manager of the year that year.
Right, that was come manager.
Joint, whatever it was.
Yeah,
you won Thacker.
Me and Pat Thacker that year. Yeah, and then following year, then we won the league. Signed Ray Walker, which is Thacker said to me, Ray Walker's coming up, and I would have heard of him, but I'd never seen him playing soccer, because he hadn't played in a while. He was playing with county football and blues and all that, and I won't mention his name, but there was a chap in the restaurant thought he was ripped physically wise. He took off his top, he's showing off his pecs and all that.
I know who that chap is.
Yeah.
You can't say his name.
Yeah. My man Robbo. And then Ray Walker walked in the top and back down straight away.
Yeah,
he's like,
it's hammer time.
Oh, it's hammer time, yeah. He was huge. But he would talk about... my hardest thing to do was get ready to play to a system. Like, he was too fit.
Was he out, are you saying, because he was out of the game so long?
No, out of the game so long, that was one of the reasons. But the second reason was that he was absolutely so fit. He was in the gym. He was like drinking protein drinks. Lads were coming in could be having a coffee. He's looking at them going, "What the fuck is wrong with him? We're playing a match here. We're not going to the cinema, right? You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
That's why he was just ripped, and then like he got us over the line. But we were so strong through the middle that year. Like, we had Blackjack and Swanee played nearly every game centre half. Cottle, Phil, and Ray was the middle three, and Graham was up top. Like, Graham Delaney on his day was the best.
Yeah.
Like, he was just a natural goal scorer and an animal to shift. If you told Graham, Graham, you can't do that, you won't get the better of him. You watch, and he'll get the better of him eventually.
Just on Graham, and we're not making this a Hanover podcast, just that the introduction is we're going through Papa's fucking life story, right? This is your life, Popa Dowling, Hanover Hearts.
Where's the red book, Podge?
Just on it'll be a summons now, I'd say. Come here to tell you, just on Graham Delaney. I was in the plus the night he made his debut at Hanover. I think he would have been 17. Am I right in saying that he was 17?
That was his game.
You were playing, I think, were you?
No, I managed him the first year. The first game ever was for Hanover. We brought him to Wolf Hill away.
No, it wasn't that one. It was the first one, the plots then.
His father, oh no, hold on. No, John started to be relaxed, but his mother was like, "Wolf Hill, I heard they're rough."
Yeah.
And you're going up to the pitch and you've lads with ankle straps and bandages around their head, like
yeah.
Gizmo Gremlins, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, he'll be fine, he's a hardy little whore, he'll be grand, won't be bothering him. And he scored a hat-trick in the first 25 minutes. And I was there, he's off and running. Like,
he scored a worldie. I see him score a worldie in the plots.
Was that
against Cretty?
That was against Cretty, yeah, but he scored a worldie for the youth. He was playing youths that year as well.
Oh, it must have been a youth game.
And I think Pat Walker come over to look at him. He was bringing him over to Sweden. And it was a bicycle kick about 25 yards in the top corner.
Yeah.
And then there were 5, they weren't playing against a great team, but it doesn't matter who you were playing against. That individual goal that day was just a cross came in and he was like getting up, and he was so springy. He ran on his toes. He wasn't on his heels all the time. He was always bouncing on his toes, and he was unbelievably fit. And he scored a goal that day, and Pat Walker brought him over to Sweden. Then, but he, I don't know why it didn't happen for him, because he was such a good finisher. But he's a real quiet chap.
Yeah,
if anybody knows Graham, he's such a quiet chap, and he's a real family person.
Yeah.
And look, he's probably homesick. I don't know. He went over for a week and he just didn't click for him.
You might even get him on and find out, Pop.
Yeah, we'll ask him. Yeah.
I actually coached Graham with the Kennedy Cup squad.
Yeah.
I was 21. That's 19 years ago, Pop. No, it's not. I can't do maths. Retard. Anyway, don't mind me. It's a long time ago. He
reminded me of Brian Carberry.
He was a left back. He was a left back in that academy team back in the day. It's a long time ago, but Jesus. Brian Maguire's one of my best friends. I rep Brian Maguire as one of the best centre halves in Carlow. Top player. And he'd always say, I think that Graham Law's going to give you a hard time.
Yeah.
No matter what.
No matter, I put it this way to you, mentality wise, he wasn't 17.
Yeah.
He was a man in a man's team.
Yeah.
And that's what made him so mature in the field. But he was only 17, so he's probably a little bit immature after. But he used to have a great shed down in the house in Ronkelly, and that's where most of our sessions was back music, and his grandmother came in and why are you doing? Turn down the music. We were like, sorry, Mrs. Delaney. They said, turn off the music.
Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
Wednesday 3 o'clock. Honest to God. But he you go along with great players. Like, there's no best player you ever played with. It's just like Jack O'Murphy from Gritty Yard.
Yeah.
What a player, man. And Anna, you wanted to run, he'll run with you.
Sure, Buds has you up there as well.
Buds is class.
Probably the most hated man in Carlow soccer, right?
Yeah, well, he's not popular, but what a player.
What a player. Like,
but he's not popular he's popular in Gritty Yard. But I
wouldn't even go that far.
No, he would be, yeah. There's one of them in every team.
Absolutely. But sure,
Simon O'Shea for Hanover, everybody hates him.
Coughlin.
Yeah. But if you're for Hanover, man, you're like, you love him in your team. Coughlin's a gentleman.
I have lads telling me that off the pitch, Coughlin's one of the nicest chaps you'd meet, but they hate playing against him because he will kill you.
Oh, Cottle is the same routine for every match. Same thing, he eats everything. He prepared for a match in a friendly like he would for a Carlow Cup final.
Yeah.
He just eats the same thing and get myself right, give myself the best chance to perform the best I can.
Yeah.
And if I had to go deep in regards to running, in regards to dig into a shift, there's your man.
Bit of League of Ireland behind as well. I think he played for FC Carlow.
Played FC Carlow, yeah.
Good player. So, Poppy, you get your hands on it. What's the feeling?
I'll tell you, I questioned the boys the Sunday beforehand because we knew we had 3 games left, and it was Gritty Yard at home, you walk home, and I cannot think of the third game, but we were sure. We played Gritty Yard on the Sunday, and it was the only game we managed that the boys were flat, couldn't get going. I was like, these don't want it.
Yeah.
I said it's a step too far for them, they're getting nervous now and all this. And Gritty Yard bets 3-1 in the plots, and I put them back into the picture. It was in our hands. Put them back into the picture, and I put New York back into the picture. And we found out when the game was over that we're playing New York on the Friday night in the plots. The following Friday, 5 days later, in the plots. So we knew then, we win the league.
Yeah.
It's in our own hands, our home ground.
Yeah.
It's time to rectify this now and try and get over the line, because I said I believed him, and I remember I questioned him after the game as a group, and I walked away. Just walked away. Next time I seen him was Tuesday night of training. Did a good session. Just questioned him, and they were pumped Tuesday night in training. And then the Friday, I made a speech, and I was crying. I was making the speech.
The most emotional manager of all time.
Yeah, honest to God, yeah. A wrecking machine. I was crying. I never forget I was crying. I was making the machine, and there was a couple of players tearing up in the dressing room because they knew how much it meant to me.
Yeah.
And I went out, and we've a great photo. Lee Murphy played middle of the field for New York that day against Coughlin, and they said there's individual battles. Dean Kelly was only a chap at the time.
Yeah.
And Swanee was the man marker there. And I don't think anybody ever got the better Swanee.
Oh, Swanee's top.
And then you have Blackjack in the back line. Then you like Stevie Charlton was like never opened his mouth. Him and Simon O'Shea were the best full back duo I've ever managed. Ever managed in my life.
Simon O'Shea and
Stevie Charlton.
Stevie's back playing a bit this year. Simon's my age, is he? 38, 39?
3 or 41, yeah?
I'm 39.
Oh, yes, still.
41 stone.
Yeah.
39 years of age.
No one you have a birthday number you go up on. Yeah, no, that was that year we got our hands on it then, and Graham actually scored a winner, but it was a 50-50 tackle, and I don't know who took it, but we have the photo, and Cottle and Lee was going in for it, and Cottle won it, passed off the ball to Graham, and he buried it. And I remember bringing on 1-0 up at half time, good chances, and then about 15 minutes to go, I don't know how the ball stayed out. There was a ball, I think it hit the crossbar post, back onto the other post, and get out, and it was the lads flapping at him.
For them?
For them.
Oh, lovely.
And I think I was having a stroke in a second, and I was having a fucking fit. And it stayed out anyway, thank God. And I brought on Alan Shaw. For 15 minutes to go, Alan, like, set piece delivery.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable, clever player. And I asked him to keep the ball, and we had a free kick in injury time. I said, knock it in the corner. And someone run after it because I said I need Graham's legs in the middle of the field, but I don't know who else. Can't think of who brought about it. And he went for a 50-yard pass. Well, if I could get my hands on him and punch him, I would have punched the head on him. And we laughed about it. We still laugh about it today. And I was running, fucking keep the ball, keep it. And he ended up, I think it was a ball went into the box, and up goes the legend that is Blackjack wins the header and referee blows it up, and we just buckled. Myself and Dakar hugging each other, Andy Larkin, Eddie Darcy. There was 200 people at the game.
Yeah,
great night. And then we actually went. Myself and Alan Shaw played a Barton Cup match for Carlow the next day. We left Phil Neenan's house at 7:15 in the morning, and we'd be on the tee box at 1 o'clock. I picked him up at 12. I won't tell you the manager of the golf team, but he came over and he goes, "Are you good to go?" I said, "Yeah, 100%." And Alan Shaw hit the opening tee shot in Kilkee, and he said, "I see 3 balls here, bud." And I said, "Well, look, hopefully you can hit one of them." And he hit the best drive. He'd say, "Yeah, but you can ask him that." He hit the best drive he ever did, and we won our match on the 17th. Straight back in onto the piss, down to Carpenter's, packed in Carpenter's. People coming, Blackjack's father, John Cleary, Trevor Riley's father-in-law, great supporters of the club, coached all. Oh my God! And
Tom Begley, brother Pa,
Franny Dooley was there. Like a couple of the founder members, they were brilliant. Yeah, they were all there. And Sunday we went on the beer again. Monday in a tie. Ended up in a tie in the train, 12 o'clock Monday.
Why would you do such a thing?
What was Silo? Silo wants a tie.
Silo, yeah. Silo Stratford. Another guest you could get on some night.
Yeah.
Someday.
You won't shut him up though, you know what I mean?
Do you know, you say, like, isn't that what the fucking winning is about though, right? And it's something that I've never had. I know we won a 35s Cup during COVID, and that's, to me, that was the word of Mecca, right? We won a 35s Carlow Cup. I was the coach on it.
It was the players involved.
Felt like fucking Pep going around the place. Yeah. Starting 11 was very good. Brought a few wasters during the match, but starting 11. Only joking.
Sound bud.
But see, you win something like that for a club, and when you understand how much the club means, it's very hard, like, to recreate that feeling.
Yeah.
Like we've all, like I've been with Pats as the manager of the first team, even currently coaching them, and you've had big results you shouldn't have got, right? Stopped no Oaks on beating run last year, betting Oak in a semi-final during my pomp, bet Parfield, blah blah blah, massive results. But unless there's something on the line, like a trophy, or it's a playoff, or it means something, it's so hard to create that winning fucking feeling, isn't it?
I was a statement that I always stick by is when you're on top, pick up a trophy. Yeah. No matter what it's like, people say, it's only the Shield. Every club is in it. Yeah, the Shield was always a great day out. Yeah. I used to always say, you can drink out of the Carlow Cup, you can eat the fry off the Shield. What I said, that's when you're on top, and there was like that team, that Pats team that you coached was a very, very good team. Yeah, and excellent side, did you pick up a trophy? I don't think so, did you? No. 3 finals, Pop. Yeah. We beat you in 1, I think, was it? He did. Parfield beat us in 2, 1-0 in both of them. Yeah. 2 set pieces. Second, third, I think. Yeah. 3 years. And that's why you say it's always ultra important when you're on top. And there was like 4 teams that time who could have a chance of winning the league, and you were one of them. Yeah. Hanover, Critty Yard, and you walk, and he was like, any one of them can win any of these cups. Well, I tell you, I actually, speaking of playing Hanover, we played Hanover. We were going for it, and Walker going for it, and you were still in it, and we needed to beat you down in Pats. Right, it was an evening game around the end of the season. We needed to beat you down in Pats. We went 1-0 up for about 20 minutes, and we were in control of the game against Hanover, complete control. Coughlin scored from a corner kick. Yeah, point to the box. Minute, I was gutted. Blackjack came up after the match. Said, "Podge, I've never seen a team put on such an exhibition of football." Yeah. In my mind, I was thinking, what the fuck does it mean unless you win? Like, do you know what I mean? Well, no, it's a matter of respect. You can't go into the dressing room and say, lads, we play great football. Yeah, no, many points you get. Win. 1, same with them, and they were crap. Yeah. But look, that Pats thing, I think, is a whole other episode as well. Hopefully we get someone from that era on with us as well when we speak about it. But I would go as far as saying, I'll finish the Pats thing on this. I don't think a group as successful will never not win a trophy again. Do you know what I mean? Like, that group I had should have won a trophy. And I think they had every attribute on to win a trophy. That didn't win a trophy, basically. Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, and I would have said one of the years that, like, say, the first year we managed, I think we won the Shield that year. Dakar managed, and that team wasn't as good as your Pats team. No, we got better. Yeah, every single year. by signing a couple of players or whatever. But that Pats team was a really good team not to win a trophy. Whether it was a Shield or a Premier Cup or anything like that.
I probably didn't explain it because I have Dan Bramage, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think there'll ever be a group in any club with that quality not to win anything.
Yeah.
If you get me.
Yeah.
So yeah, look. Anything else, Pop?
Oh, well, sure.
Tell me, any yarns, any stories? You must have a few stories about Dakar.
Oh, Dakar.
Say something to encourage us to get him on.
You don't have to encourage him to come on.
He texted me Saturday.
Dakar's a bottle of Corona down here if you want.
He texted me Saturday, when are we doing this podcast?
Yeah.
I said, Dakar, I'm
I
after
tell you,
there's a man.
There's a man who has every young lad in this town from the age of whatever to the age they are now. Well, old son.
Yeah.
That's all you hear. And he's the most loved and adored chap in Carlow juvenile soccer of all time.
Well, I worked with him as an academy director.
He has a way with words. He knows who to hug and knows who to slap.
He wouldn't put sentences together.
No, you can't speak.
But I mean, in sense of getting through to lads,
and
getting lads to buy into things. Like say, you touching that academy thing, right? When I went in with him with the academies, we were 31 or 32.
Yeah.
Seeded, right? When I finished our cycle, I think it could have been 8 years. We were 1 seed. Like we were top seed. Do you know what I mean?
Remember we went to the Kennedy Cup that year. Jordan Morrissey was our captain.
Oh, a player.
And I said, that lad is 20 years of age playing under 14.
Yeah.
He was that mature. Remember saying to you, said, Jordan, them boys are acting a maggot.
Yeah.
He'd call out, like, the 14-year-old called the rest of them.
10 lads go to bed.
Yeah, man, I was going to bed now.
Yeah.
We don't have to say a word. And like, that's another thing I'll go back to with Blackjack. He was a manager on the field for us.
Yeah.
I remember sometimes we were training and Blackjack would text me or text into the group or text Dakar and he'd say, there might be 5 minutes left for training, I'm just leaving Letterkenny. Right? And I'm looking at lads living down the town, 5 minutes late walking in. Yeah. And he's running across the field, eating a banana, like living across the road.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, what a phenomenal lad. Like he's the greatest player I ever coached.
Yeah.
Like he was just, if every player had his attitude, and I'll tell you this, he doesn't know how good he is because he's hard on himself. He's so hard on himself. But we had every attribute that year in that team. It was Blackjack was just a winner. Besides Swanee, who never opened his mouth, but just you ask Blackjack was just like, I don't want to play soccer. I give the ball to Swanee.
Yeah,
you know. And then you had Phil.
Class, yeah.
You could have 5 lads around Phil. He still look for the ball.
Yeah,
like, cool as a breeze. You don't know whether Phil is playing an FIA Cup final or a friendly. Then you Cottle and Ray are 2 animals. Delaney up top. Mark Davis could trip himself up. Is that tricky?
He's magic though.
Do you know what I mean? But on the ball, he's frustrating, but magic at the same time.
Yeah.
But he can just create something or nothing.
Who's on the other side of the pitch? Simon Doyle, no?
Mort Bambrick.
Oh, I have Mort FC
Mort
Carlow.
Bambrick,
Absolute lunatic.
Yeah.
I actually met Michael Kenny there around Christmas. I think I met him.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really. I just spoken about 2 seconds.
Mort Bambrick. We went to we played a game in.
How'd you get Mort?
He's a great friend. He's a good friend of Graham's.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah. Remember we went in a match. I don't know who we were playing, but we stopped in Naas on the way home, and it was Halloween night or something.
Sheriff game.
Yeah.
I went down with you.
Yeah. Mort was dressed as a Braveheart.
Yeah.
He came out of Graham Delaney's house with a kilt with nothing underneath.
We went to barracks.
In the barracks, yeah. And he came out with his face black and or blue and white, and he was like, an absolute a wig, a sword, everything, the works. Yeah. I am William Wallace.
I had him with FC Carlow. I had him with FC Carlow 20s, and we played Shamrock Rovers in the semi-final of the league. It was like a league and a playoff, right? And we played Rovers up in. We were supposed to play in Tallaght Stadium, but it was lashing rain. So we landed at Tallaght Stadium only to be told, no, not tonight, boys. And they brought us up the Roadstone, which would be like an AstroTurf up the road, right?
Yeah.
Played there, and the best 2-1. Darragh Walsh scored a penalty, won it for most of the game. Scored the best 2-1. Anyway, we used to meet in Aska Car Park. So I think I travelled with Seamus Glover. I can't remember who I travelled with. But I came back, must have taken all the hubcaps off my car.
Yeah, it was mad.
I look, I was off my car and pulled out all the window wipers front and back and put the hubcaps up on the roof. What's that for? Sure. Bit of a laugh, isn't it?
Yeah.
These are chairs more, thanks.
Oh, it's
lunatic.
He's so mad, yeah.
Carlow League, Popa. Let's focus on it now, right? What do you think of the standard of it? You're only back. This is your second season.
Second season.
So it's only my second season back as well as a coach, right? Tell me what you think of the standard of it.
It's closer this year, obviously, than it was last year. Like last year was, sure, you walk out of one with 4 games to go, didn't in the league and won the 4. Like 8 trophies of 8 is. You can say what
it's two things, isn't it?
It's phenomenal. That's what it is.
It's absolutely phenomenal. This isn't a dent on the walk.
No.
What they've done, I don't think it'll ever be recreated. But it's either they're 6 million miles better than everyone else, or everyone else is really, really fucking bad.
Yeah, no. Well, I tell you, the night before we went to play the Oscar Trainer game this year, Shane Wallace of KCLR rang me for an interview.
Yeah.
On the sports show, and he asked me what I do. I said, of course I will, no bother. And he was talking about the New York team, and I said, it's not New York's fault that they're good. It's everybody else's responsibility to get better.
I would always.
That's exactly how I would sum that up.
I would always have the argument, Popa, and I always did. If a club is losing players, are not successful, not winning things, the only place they can point the finger is themselves.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you have to get to the root core of these problems. So why is a young lad leaving a St. Patrick's Boys to go to Burn or Hanover or Creighton or wherever?
Yeah.
Like, you have to ask yourself, do you know, you can't blame Creighton Yard or Hanover.
No.
Do you know, you just can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, like...
But there's good coaches involved in other clubs, no Posh. But there's lads out there and they think they're better than what they are. Like, you're looking at them going...
Coach-wise?
No, coach-wise, players-wise. Like, attitude, a cockiness in the field, there's no right to be like. And then you have lads that are not cocky. And they're phenomenal players.
Yeah.
That cover every blade of grass.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember like, Ray Regan, when I played with Strefford, Ray Regan was just like, I don't think I've ever seen him be dominated in my life.
Yeah, some player.
Do you know what I
the
mean?
biggest either, like.
Oh, like, Paul Mack played beside him, left half, Lord of mercy on him.
Yeah.
Brian Carberry, one of the greatest ever.
Brino's unbelievable.
Brino was just, tell you what Brino was. He was overworked in every game because he's just like, I'll get it to Brino. Let him do the rest.
GA and soccer.
Everything.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say he played table tennis if he did,
Yeah.
He's just brilliant.
Niall Swan's one of them as well, by the way.
Swanee's one of them, yeah. And he was...
What handicap golf for Swanee? Is he still playing golf?
I think... Yeah.
He's Scratch, is he?
No, he's not. His father was Scratch. I think Swanee's off 10.
Yes.
He had a lot of trouble with his back there after he stopped playing soccer.
I know, she tried to sign him there 2 years ago and I came back to Pats.
Yeah. Snake. That's a jar podge. No,
he actually never got back to you, but anyway. I on the standard thing, Pop, a good friend of mine, I won't mention his name, I told him I was going back and said, you're a fucking idiot for going back in with that fucking Badger gobshite. Right? But anyway, and he said to me, the standard isn't, the league is shit. And I kind of went in with that mindset, right? But look at the games he played last year. Like, there was no one rubbish. Like,
we were poor last year. We did.
Okay, you were, right. Fair enough, you were poor.
But we had a 2-game season. That's all we had. We were
to keep you up.
Beat Ballymurphy twice.
Kilree were a different side last year.
Massively different, yeah.
Like, Ballymurphy was a nightmare to go to last year.
Yeah.
I know you bet him twice. Kilree going to die. Like, I remember we played Kilree and Pats last year, and I think we bet him 4-2.
Yeah.
They're never bet, Papa. It was like 3-0.
And we only played them Sunday, and I'll tell you, I was expecting a lot more from them. Like, it's do or die for them. And if you were playing a do or die game, relegation battle, because we were involved in Hanover for years, and we were like, you feel like it's come on, cover every blade of grass and run until you can't run anymore.
That's given us.
And I was there when a point would have done them to get a playoff against Collection.
Yeah.
Right. And you to think about this game now, Podge, and there was 1-1 with us in Kilree in the 85th minute. Yeah. And they left one man at the back. Owen Byrne against, I can't think of the tall chap.
Yeah, Watkins,
yeah.
Good player.
1-1 against him. So Owen Byrne's a rapid.
Yeah.
Rapid size. And great pass from Adam Nolan, he was into him, and so he caught him for pace then. Went around, goalie clipped his heel, he said, go down. Didn't go down, squared it, and Arness scored to go 2-1.
Arness
back last couple of games, yeah. And then Branko, I call him, Dylan Dyle. What a left
foot. Peg.
Yeah, Peg. Yeah, he scored it. He scored a third one.
But I just
the standard of Carlow soccer is improving though, Podge. Like it's like Parkville are getting better.
Parkville were always a good side.
Yeah, they were a good side. Yeah,
I've never seen a bad Parkville team.
No,
I know.
Podge has done a good job with them. I think Brian Mack is there now, is he?
Who B-Mac?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sure, he's more clubs than Tiger Woods. You wouldn't know where B-Mac is. But B-Mac is no idiot either. Like, he knows his football as well as anyone knows their football, right? Do you know what I mean? But I've never seen a bad, like, even with Parkville when they weren't, like the year when I took the Pats job, Parkville weren't brilliant. No, the best hookup finals, mind, right? But in the league games, we bet them comfortably. But Slimming Down won 2 cups.
Yeah.
Remember Pat Purcell going there a couple of years before that?
I think before.
And he won 2 cups. He won a Premier and Carlow Cup.
Pat Purcell, did he?
Pat Purcell, manager of Parkville. Like, they are traditionally a top football club. Really are. But just touching on the league, touching on Killaree and Collection, the rumour I heard, Popa, is this, right? Now, if anyone wants to get in contact with me, tell me anything different too. But the rumour I heard is there's no one going down.
That's well, I only heard it yesterday evening.
And I heard that the clubs know there's no one going down.
Well,
and now that you said to me that Killaree at 1-1,
yeah,
right, where could have got a playoff, and my mate texts me on the live score here, it's 1-1, looks like Killaree are going to get a playoff against Collection, right? Yeah. That to me, that tells me they knew. So why would you go for 3 points if... Do you know what I mean? If there's no relegation.
Yeah, well, a Collection player texted me after the game because there was obviously a game in Collection because with the storm.
Yeah.
Kathleen. What that didn't come was more windy than rain.
Yeah. And
our game has moved to Collection.
Yeah.
Just to make sure the game goes ahead because originally Burn Celtic was going to host New Walk in Collection.
Yeah.
But New Walk changed it back because they thought they were mining their pitch for their game, the Leinster game Sunday. Quarter final, is it?
Yeah, we'll touch on it.
That's on Sunday, but it got changed back to New Walk. And all we heard on the sideline, because PJ Head was on the sideline his Collection, and he was there, and he said it's 1-1, and because I was bringing on a sub and was 1-1 most of the time, and he goes, any of these fuckers can score. PJ Head, he said to me, and I said, they're good, yeah. Then we heard New Walk went 2-1 up, and I was like, if I was the Killaree manager, but they were looking at live score as well on the FAI Connect. Yeah, I'm looking at Mick O'Salter going, just make a block, make it hard for us to score.
Screen.
And they went the other way. They went chasing the goal and left it wide open at the back, and I believe what I'm hearing now is, I don't know whether it's true or not, but I believe Burn Celtic is coming up and there's no one going down to make it an even 10. Yeah.
Does that...
I think it's 11-9 at the moment, 11 in Division 1, is it?
I just think for the integrity of football and to progress football, you have to have relegation promotion.
100%.
I don't think you can do that.
No.
No, this is no disrespect to Collection or Killaree.
No.
Two fine clubs that have progressed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Look at Collection's grounds. Even Killaree have a juvenile set up there now, a women's set up. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And even make it a game there now. Whoever finishes bottom, which is Killaree, let them play second in the see who goes up or down.
Yeah.
Second in Division 1. Give them a chance.
I would.
Which is Phoenix or Mill Celtic, I think it is.
I'll tell you one thing. I've seen that Phoenix team play a couple of times, and that is a proper side.
They'll score goals, yeah. Like they were missing.
No Jack Byrne.
Jack Byrne wasn't there the weekend. The two Dorgans are brilliant.
Unbelievable. Treat them were good
and
players.
Then John O'Shea is a wicked player.
Very good.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
Have Scrapper in goal.
Bobby experience in the back line. Yeah.
And to have Ron and Brennan, Bob Mulholland's there.
Bob Mulholland played centre half. Mark McLaughlin played right full.
Yeah, Mark was a good lad. Yellow card, Mark.
And then another ex-academy player of ours, Jake Hockney, played left full.
Jake's a great player, yeah. Luke Murphy playing for them. I don't know if he's
sub. He come on as a sub, yeah.
Like they have... that's what I'm saying to you. Do the playoff. Yeah. If you want to make a 10... Playoff with second, first division and last in the Premier.
Well, I always believe that there should be a relegation playoff, or not a team to go down that finishes the bottom. That should be your punishment.
I just think for
an award for the team.
Popa, for the development of soccer, like as you said, in or around Hanover. I remember in Pats in Kilkenny one season, it was touch and go for us there for a long time, and it actually does change the application of players in training and games. When you're fighting, at either end of the fucking table, to go win it. When you're winning, training's fucking handy. Yeah. When you're losing, it's tough. But when you're losing and you're trying to go relegation, it changes things. But if you
I'd say last year going to Hanover, we cancelled more training sessions than we trained because you're in the relegation one.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Now, we had 11 on a Sunday, but sometimes I played 4 or 5 games last year.
Yeah.
For the first team. And I'm only a spring chicken, I know that, but
you didn't get player of the year, Reg?
No, raging. Rage balls. No, look, Carlow soccer is improving, and you can see it this year with if you look, Gavin asked me to go in with Oscar trainers this year. I was delighted to go in. And the level of soccer is very, very good. Like the players that come in. Craig Humphreys, centre half, played left full, played every minute of every game for the team this year.
Yeah.
Right? He's a leader for his club and a leader for his county. And he's never put in a bad shift for Carlow. Never. Great attitude, super left foot, loves a tackle, decent on the ball, fit as a flea, loves an arbor on a Sunday night, Craig. I've seen you. And then Waterford beat us, but we had 2 suspended, 4 lads away.
Rush job though, Pop.
It was a rush too. It wasn't good enough, Podge. It wasn't good enough.
I listened to the Kilkenny League.
So you win a game and you have a 10-day break.
Yeah.
You lose the game. You're playing Wednesday night down in Wexford.
Yeah.
That you can't bounce the ball on because there's puddles on it. The referee told us to shut our mouths and get on with it.
Yeah.
Right, which wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough as
Very carry.
Very carry. There hasn't been a game on it for 6 weeks after that. There was 2 League of Ireland games called off.
Destroyed it.
Absolutely destroyed it. Because I said to your man in the interview afterwards, I said, God bless the groundsman for there. I said, fair play to him. He said, it should be on overtime.
Yeah.
Because it was a joke.
I was just going to say there, I listened to the Kilkenny soccer podcast with Davy Doyle. I can't think of the other chap's name. He's involved at Castle Warren. Shane O'Keefe. It is Shane O'Keefe, actually, sorry. She know Davy Doyle is, Jesus, freebooters, man.
Yeah.
You know. But like, their set up for the Oscar trainers was a rush job as well.
Yeah.
And Darren Doyle took it. He actually approached me to go in with him this year to Kilkenny.
Did he? Yeah.
And it was close to. But then he told me all these players have pulled out. But I actually think, looking at the Carlow situation this year and the Kilkenny one, I think it was rushed in general, Pop, from you know, the Leinster, the football guys getting together, the governing bodies getting together. I don't know whether there was someone telling lies, Podge. Someone telling lies, because we were told every game in the group was on a Wednesday night. Yeah. But yet, Wexford are playing their games on Sundays. Well, it makes perfect sense.
And you're asking a player, you're playing a local derby on a Sunday, like Pats against Hanover, and you walk against whoever's playing in a town. Then you're asked to go train on a Monday night after a game. Yeah. Because you have to get together. You can't just go into an Oscar trainer game on a Wednesday night and guesswork. Yeah. Little few set pieces, shape, working and shooting and all this kind of crack. Monday night straight after, half the lads are walking up, can't even walk. Then you're doing a day's work. Yeah. Wednesday night you're travelling. Tuesday night in Dublin, Leinster Senior League away, 8 o'clock kick-off. Ridiculous. After a game on a Sunday.
Papa, my opinion on that is that it's the same in the outside competition. Now, again, tell me if I'm wrong on this, lads, but this is my insight from going back. If you're in the outside competitions, be it the Oscar Trainer or Leinster Junior or the FAI Junior, right, and you get a home draw, my understanding is it's your fixture. So if you want to play that Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, Thursday night, it's up to you. It's your fixture. Now, I don't know if that applies for the Carlow League. I don't know, to be honest with you. And again, someone tell me otherwise. But
look, we played all our games. We played Kildare away on the worst AstroTurf pitch I ever seen.
Was it Newbridge or
Clane? Clane.
Oh.
It wasn't. It was too small. It was like a bird cage. It was terrible. Yeah, Jurassic Park. Remember the bird cage? Jurassic Park. It was like playing soccer and that. It was terrible. I just couldn't get over it. Couldn't get onto the pitch until 20 to 8. Game kicking off at 8. Juvenile warming up before it. And I was like, no, it affected both teams, but it suited them. They just went long, cut over midfielders. Like they didn't want. Everybody knows about Dean Kelly in the junior soccer, and they didn't want Dean on the ball, so they just bypassed the midfield all the time as best they could. Yeah. We drew that. Felt like two points dropped, and then we bet Kilkenny at home 3-1. 3-0 or 3-1.
No, in collection there was that. Sure, was Kilkenny with the pleats. Yeah. See, Jack Tracy playing for Kilkenny broke my heart. What player that chap is, by the way.
And then we got beat by Wexford, so we Leinster Senior League away. Best performance of our group this year so far. Robbie Kane was exceptional. But look, just the chances they made that night was brilliant. And I was looking at them and I said, Jesus, there's lads here that we played Oscar, or not Oscar Trainer, like Kennedy Cup we coached. Yeah. And no one managed the Oscar Trainer. It's mad how it goes. Like.
It puts the biggest smile on my face, Papa, to be honest with you. I know that sounds a bit seedy or whatever, you know, but when I see lads, it doesn't matter. Like it said, like you mentioned Joe Dorn there, still playing with Dolman. Yeah. Keane Lay still playing with Dolman. Yeah. Regardless of the fact they're still in the game, I think is the whole thing about the academy. Yeah. None of us
they're very good. They're very good.
You're not going to play Man United.
No. They're proper ballers.
Yeah, great.
Actually, I was talking to Alan O'Brien tonight about a friend of mine. Yeah. And I was telling him about the podcast, you know. Right. And he was like, do you remember the year we went to Rathfriland? Alan was 18. We bet Rathfriland 1-0. Alan scored a winner. Jerry Bickerstaff was the manager, brought us up.
Oscar Trainer job,
yeah.
Who the fuck is Rathfriland?
Up in Newry.
Oh, Newry, okay. Is that a representative team as well, was it?
Oscar, yeah.
Up to Newry,
yeah. It was, I think, 99, FA Cup final. What was in that?
United and Newcastle.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, well, anyway, we went to a community centre to watch it. And we were told to get out afterwards. The Protestant only. We were left drinking food. And then the game was over. We had to go to a different place anyway. But I remember we went to a nightclub in Newry. And lads were wearing runners with jeans as they do. And the boys were like, no runners. So we all back on the fairness, all the players from Rathfriland was there with us that night. Yeah. All back to their parents' house. They were throwing out shoes out the window. What size are you? 12. There you go. What size are you? 8. There you go. Lads throwing out shoes. Lads wearing a brown and a black shoe going into a nightclub. Oh, I'll have a mix them into us as rabbits just to get into the nightclub. Yeah. Johnny Nolan was with us. Jerry Marr. Oh my God. Yeah. Jacko was with us. Whiskey man. That's all Jackie was with. Whiskey man. We come back then on the bus. Straight into Scraggs at 5 o'clock. So it was 3 hours in the fucking journey. Like.
Overnight job,
yeah. Great crack. Nuts. 99, Alan Ring was 18 years to score the winner. Yeah, it was great crack.
Yeah.
And then, sure, we went on years after that.
You won it though.
Won it, yeah.
What about that? Let's fucking talk about that.
Oh, that was, yeah. Yeah, we did it the first year. We let Eddie Shaw and Mickey Brennan was with us. And we got bet by Limerick in the quarter final down there, and we battered Limerick and got bet 2-1.
The worst result in football, Pop.
Oh, I hate it.
2-1.
Yeah, and 2-1 when you make a mistake.
Because 1-0 never won a game, like.
Oh, I heard that as well, yeah. Let's put it into perspex.
These are shit, you're every as good as them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but bet by Limerick, and then I said I'd do it for 2 years. So I think I said it to Gav as well. I said, like, don't give up after this year. I said, do it. You learn from the first year.
Of course.
First year's too kind. It was like, I'll give you lads game time.
Yeah.
Second year, pick the best game, best team every time.
Yeah.
You can get a run, you can get a run. Simple as that, and that's, you have to be cutthroat like that.
Ito on that.
Ito was, yeah, he was on
Jelly?
it, Jeb, but he was Jelly was on it the first year, didn't make it the second year.
Unlucky Gel.
Hard on Jelly, yeah. He was a jewel. He was like the Dennis Irwin, left or right full, doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's good lad, Jelly.
But then we won, and I remember it was the craziest game of soccer I was ever involved in. Was we played Wexford in the IT in Carlow. 3-0 down at half time. Fish hooked Adam Flynn and Jess Nenry, brought on Lee Salter, and I can't think of what's brought on. And I said, lads, you know what you said, all you can do is, look, stay in the game, next goal, see what happens. I said, if it goes 4-0, it's a dead rubber.
You're 3 down at this stage.
3 down at
What's
half
left?
time.
Oh, half time, sorry.
There was people laughing at us going out to the gate. Carlow lads laughing at us. Supposed to be there supporting Carlow, laughing at us.
Sure, yeah, listen.
I was like, yeah, hypocrites. I went looking for them after the game, but they wanted to be seen.
Yeah.
But 3-0 down, and they scored a goal that I thought was onside. Looked like it was a late run, and I said, is that a sympathy call for us?
100% sympathy offside.
Yeah, to keep it.
Who's car referees and neutral referees?
Car referees.
I wasn't simply called.
No,
it was the wrong call.
no. But I said, is it? And it definitely looked onside. We went around the goal, he tapped it in, flag was up, and gave out stinking. That was it. But they didn't. I wasn't really giving out stink because they're 3-0 up. These are. And John Godkin is a great. He's a Wexford man. He's obviously
over North End. Was he North End manager one of the
Yeah, and he's involved at Wexford FC now.
Yeah.
And he was there at the time, and he had no words at the end of the game. We won 4-3, and there was people going, "What happened there? Like, what's after happening there?" Then it was a mad setup, but it was like, you know what? I had a mixture for everybody in it, but I always had a great time for everybody. And when lads came in, and it's like we did this year with Gavin, to kill each other on Sunday when they're playing for their clubs.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like that when you're the Oscar trainer. It's a mixture of everything. Like you had killers in the middle of the field: Ozzy Cottle, Lee Murphy, Phil, Graham Delaney and Sauter up top. Do you know what I mean? Craig Comerford playing left side, Stevie Chapman playing left full. Stevie was getting a little tired. Craig goes in left full. Keane Dowling either side.
Keane stopped.
Gotzi O'Shea.
Very good.
Oh my God! It was
Zach in goal.
Zach in the goal. Yeah, Zach played that year, and then Sligo Leitrim at home beat him 2-1, and then play Kilkenny. And I never forget this. I said, why is Oscar Trainer final not respected enough? This is I was down in a hotel in Kilkenny doing an interview with. It was set up. It was like all the Kilkenny management and all the Carlow management.
Someone asked you this?
Asked me that, yeah. No, I asked them that. I said it's not respected enough, and I said, what do you mean? I was asking the reporter the questions in the end.
Yeah.
You know, I was just
I'm taking over
here,
here,
flipped
baby.
here, man.
Yeah.
But I said it's not respected enough. I said FAI Cup final. Where does it be played? The Aviva or Palace Stadium?
Yeah.
Right. Leinster Junior Cup final, the Munster Cup final. We're all major stadiums.
Yeah.
We're playing in an outside pitch in Dermot's Park in Kilkenny against Kilkenny in an Oscar Trainer final.
Yeah.
It's not good enough.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. No respect, but it's not good enough. It's nowhere near good enough. It has to be better than that. And I remember saying it to them at that time, and they were like, "Do you think it's a home advantage for Kilkenny?" Well, I said, "It's not a home advantage for Carlow because we're not home." You know, like it's simple. 1-on-1 is 2 here, man. You know, that's what your man asked me, and he's like, "What a stupid question, like."
Oh, stop.
Yeah. And the centre back for Kilkenny got sent off that day.
Delaney, was it?
Yeah.
Big chap from Evergreen.
Yeah, he got sent. We went 1-0 up. Then they equalised, and the man made an absolutely stupid challenge. He was on a yellow card, but it was like deliberate foul.
I'm not sure if it was him, but I was at the match. I'm trying to remember it myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
And Delaney scored a winner. But you know, then they're down to 10 and we're 11, and it was comfortable until 10 minutes to go. And then you get a little bit nervous, and you're like, are we actually going to win the Oscar Trainer? And I was trying to stay as cool as I can on the sideline. And Eddie Shaw is always the total opposite, but you could hear him in the top of Mount Leinster. Yeah. All he does is roar. Yeah. Come on, and clap. I'd say he's warts on his hands from clapping. That's all he does. He's like Andre the Seal in the background. Clapping. And then the Bob Brennan, all you see is a flag going to the heavens. And the celebrations was unbelievable, yeah. But I remember we're in the Seven Oaks and the Carol Lee got us breakfast that morning. Same thing as you, Pods. Scrambled eggs, get together, a little chat. Let's go.
Fucking one pop.
Yeah, but the bus never showed up. We had to travel in cars. Yeah. There was a mix up in that. So
that's a different episode, Papa.
Oh no, God, yeah. And we had to travel down there, but that was a phenomenal achievement. And I don't know whether it is or not. Someone correct me, but I think it's the only A title.
Well, I done a little research. No, unless there's a handball A or
something like that. Yeah,
I would say maybe specific field sports, right?
Yeah.
So, like, say you take hurling, soccer, I don't ever remember. In my time, I don't ever remember.
No.
And in history, sure, Carlow haven't got an order, do they? Hurling or football, do they?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure myself.
I don't know.
Papa, look, we're here a while now. I didn't think it'd go as long. That flawed, didn't it?
Which I told you is easy talk, isn't it?
It is, yeah. What I'm going to do before we do a bit of closing, I'm going to look at the fixtures for next week, right?
Yeah.
Are you out?
No game.
Man, are you finishing the league now?
Finishing the league now, yeah. We've New York Sunday week in the Cup.
Carlow
Cup away. And we're playing Kilree the following Sunday in the Premier Cup, and the winners play Critty or New York.
Where's that game in Kilree? A home or away?
In Kilree.
Oh, it's a tough place to go.
Tough place to go, yeah. We're playing New York first Sunday week in New York in the Carlow Cup.
Okay.
That's... Yeah, look, it is what it is. Cup game. Let's have a go.
Look, going down, looking at it, the youths, I think that's the semi-final, Phoenix and Hanover.
It'll be a great game Wednesday night, yeah. Is
that Wednesday night?
Wednesday night, and it's changed. It might be on the website still. It was in Vale, it's now in the Plots.
It's down as the Plots.
Yeah, it's changed to the Plots, yeah.
Sorry, it's down as Vale, but it's in the Plots.
It's changed to the Plots, yeah.
That'll be good, get a Pats Youths Cup final as well, delighted. The one at the weekend there. And I think whoever gets into it will give them a game. Pats by Hanover 3-0 in the Youths League.
Yeah.
That's a good Pat side. That youth side, it's not bad at all.
The man is a goal machine, that Aaron Burke-Cunningham. My God.
Yeah, ridiculous.
60 goals or something already.
Yeah, I've seen it. Someone actually was speaking to me about him the other day, and I was like, no, I couldn't be. And he's like, no, he has 60 plus goals. Oh,
it's ridiculous. They're playing some game Sunday. Playing Stella Maris 18 in the Leinster.
This Sunday?
Sunday up in Stella Maris, yeah.
I see that. What is that final? Semi-final?
Semi-final. Stella Maris 17s in the quarter final.
I'll go away and they're playing 18s in the...
Yeah, and if you remember the year Nurney won it, Nurney bet 17s, Stella Maris in the quarter final, and Stella Maris 18s in the semi final. I'm not sure who won the final.
I think that Nurney group who won 2 Leinster Youths is a Netflix documentary.
yeah.
110%.
Could be, yeah.
I'd love to get Mick Murphy, Jack Tracy on here, a few of them lads on here, and ask them, how do you do it, boys?
Yeah.
I remember going to that youth, the first one, the one Jack Tracy was 15 years of age, in the centre of the park, and he was the dog's bollocks.
Some achievement, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
some achievement though. Before, sorry, sidetracked. Hanover win the SFAI.
Yeah.
Under 15, 16s.
Yeah, Tom Bigley's team. Tom Bigley wore the same jacket in Price College. Still wearing it now. Yeah, some man.
He should be given the keys to Carlow.
Yeah.
That is some achievement.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, and he took college coaches with him.
That's right.
They played with
Mihal and Henno.
Henno played with Cleshin.
The boys of Cleshin, yeah. He was with them with Carlow Kilkenny for a while.
Good lads,
yeah. Nice lads. I have a thing about college coaches, but again, we'll get to that in another
personal opinion, is it, Podge?
Yeah. Bagnallstown Vale, that's a dead rubber. That's a derby, I suppose. None of them wants to lose that.
Pride.
White's Pharmacy. As I said, that's the one Vale have won, so that's a bit dead rubber. Wolfhill versus Vale and Castlerange versus Parkville. Tully's Travel Cup, Burn Celtic, Ballymurphy. That was a big win for Ballymurphy last week, beating Slaney 3-0.
Massive, yeah. Massive.
And that is that's a semi-final.
I'm not sure. Is it a semi-final, yeah?
That's a semi-final, Burn Celtic, Ballymurphy. That'll be a game. It's in Burn Celtic.
Right.
But yeah, Ballymurphy getting things together. As you mentioned, Stella versus Hanover, semi-final of that.
Next Wednesday, I think, is New York Parkville, is it? After the New York play this Sunday against the
New York Park Villa.
That's Sunday, yeah.
Junior. That is,
and then they play Wednesday night against Parkville. They've 2 league games there for Pats and Parkville, is it?
Yeah, and
can't drop a point.
No.
Or Critty Yard win it. They win 2, they win it.
Have to win both their games. No, they're capable. Don't, let's be honest about what they're capable.
Of course,
yeah. Critty Yard versus Parkville in the Douglas Jewelers Cup. That'll be a good game.
That'll be a good game, yeah.
Dolman V versus Pats. I made a phone call about this today because I had a lad looking at the game at Dolman yesterday, Dolman B, And you know what I was told? Donlan B can play football. To get it down, they're playing out from the back, they're underlapping combination. They're meant to be a good side.
Where is it?
It's in Dolman.
Well, I have a chance, but it was on Astro. It's over.
Yeah.
Lights out, so knock over, you're thrown in the towel.
And the other side of that, if
actually, when it was passed last week against Collision,
yeah,
great to see him home as well. Chris Gall.
Oh, Chrissy,
come on and just dictate
Shut
the
up.
game. Yeah, just come on and dictate the game.
We were trained there last.
Never gave it away once, and I think they scored late. I think young Raycroft scored, but Chris made it. Brave went in the 50-50 with the goalkeeper. Ball rebounded. Raycroft tapped it in 1-0. Devastating for Collision. But yeah,
Chris came back there on his own because I was away in Spain the week before, so I missed training. But
must been in the gym. He looks fit as a flea.
Yeah, he's in good shape. He played a bit in Oz, like.
I'd say that.
He did play a bit. Yeah. Absolute football's great, gentlemen.
He didn't come back like the fat controller of the train. Thomas the Tank Engineer.
So the other side of that draw is the winners of Pats and Dolman B play the winners of Park will be in Vale in a Carlow Cup semi-final.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
we're on the hard side of it.
Unlucky. And do you know who done the draw?
There's a sense of sarcasm in your voice.
Oh, sense, 100% sarcastic. Do you know who done the draw?
Who?
Myself and Ricky Lawler done the draw the morning of the Shield final. Jordan came over and asked, "You do the draw, boys?" And he's like, no, yeah, do the draw there. So we come over into the draw and we drew it.
How many times you draw
it? Fourthly got it right. Newark Park Villa pop out. We're going to finish on that topic in that game. Tully's Travel Division 1 Cup, Mill versus Dolman. Mill Celtic, let me tell you,
the hard place to go down there in Ballator.
Yeah, and then finish up White's Pharmacy Division. This is obviously the following on then. Wolfhill versus Newark, Norney versus Bolton Glass and Castle Rangers versus Hanover Harrisby. You playing?
I'll tag out maybe.
Will you? Yeah. Going to 6, pull the strings. The Screen Master.
Don't move out of the centre circle, that's the key.
Will we see this Newark team win an outside competition, Bob?
They seem to be struggling from the bench at the moment, Bob, as good as they are. They're after losing a couple of players that were always like Gaff was always there, gone to Australia.
Yeah.
A couple of injuries, a couple of suspensions. I don't know whether it's a full squad or not Sunday, but I always say if you Dean Kelly in the field, you have a chance, don't you?
Absolutely.
He's young Jamie's playing up front now. He was playing the 6, he's playing up top, and he seems to be getting a few goals. He's a natural goal scorer.
Yeah.
And Cleary was playing up top.
He's come back in the midfield.
He'll come back in the 6. He's a little bit more aggressive than Jamie in the 6, which I think you have to be in a big game where Jamie's a natural finisher, so what he's suiting to play up there.
Harmon-some player.
Good on the ball, yeah. Good on the ball, yeah. Dotsy, just a Rolls Royce, isn't he? Yeah.
I think if
Dowling is probably what if
Dylan Kitely's alright as well.
Dylan Kitely's good, yeah. Dylan Kitely's good. Luke Ram, super left foot, but Dickie, Keane Dowling, to call him Dickie.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best fullbacks I've ever seen in junior football. You look at him and you're going, I've never seen him be dominated. Never seen him, like, even playing against wingers that's faster than him. He's always positionally perfect. Knows how to nick it. Knows when to tackle. Knows when to not tackle.
You know that's the key to defending, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Space.
Yeah, he's brilliant
I think Cruyff for me said that. I don't know which one of us said it first.
Yeah, well, you're more famous than Cruyff, aren't you? Hodge Cruyff.
I think Newark, if any team was to win the outside competition in Carlow, I would have said Damien Locke's Critty Yard.
Yeah, that was a good team.
And
this
I wouldn't have said G because
No.
you were obsessed with getting the Premier, right?
Yeah.
Not that you wouldn't neglect them competitions, but going
we had a good one year and we got
going Farnham was a bonus.
Yeah.
I know you got getting the semi-final down at Pats against Willow.
Warmest day of the year.
Willow Park.
Thought I was playing the microwave.
So we get the B licence. Came back
Willow
and
Park,
analysed the game.
Extra time. They scored late in extra time.
Yeah.
And then he came on as a sub that day.
That's right. But this Newark team, I think, are 100% capable of winning outside competition.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah. They know where everybody should be on the field, on the ball, and they know where everybody in the field should be off the ball in big games. They can elaborate on that a small bit and go. If they're playing against a weaker team, they can get away with cheating a small bit. You know what I mean? And not tracking back over. Like, you know what I mean? Tracking back, but they can be the wrong side of the player and take a chance on a pass. But in the big games, they get it right all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they're positionally perfect. They'll do the first 10 minutes, just get in behind the ball and protect it. Play the long pass. Like Dean's selection of passing is fantastic. Like he knows when to go long and short. And as good as he is on the ball, when he goes to the ground, he always wins the tackle. You know, but what I like about him as well is a bit of dirt in him.
Well, I thought when we played them in the Shield semi-final, was it? Was semi-final, yeah. In Collision, they gave us a nice trimming now, and they were a better time in the night. But going into the game, I thought we had their number.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you drunk?
Yeah. Punch drunk.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean I thought we had our numbers and we're going to give him a scutcheon. I just thought that we could turn these over here.
Yeah.
And Dotsy scored a goal. Dotsy ran 70 yards to score a goal, like.
Did
the
he?
centre half. But poor set piece. They cleared it. Broke in droves. Cross in, Dotsy, bang, 1-0. And then we were chasing them then and we tired. And anyway, look, it was a good. They gave us a lesson basically that night.
It's a favourable draw for your walk.
Yeah, I don't know about Parkville, Popa.
I don't know much about them. I know
They're not.
Clanwilliam is in there.
That's a side.
Pike Rovers it was a great game Sunday. I didn't get a chance to go down to it. I went to extra time. I'm not sure the result, but
Pike and Clanwilliam.
No, Pike were in the final. Pike won 1-0 that morning. But Gorey Rangers were playing Villa or Waterford in Bunclody last Sunday.
And that's in the FEI Junior.
And I went to extra time, but I'm not sure. I don't know what the result was.
The one on penalties.
Who would?
Gorey.
So Gorey played Pike Rovers now in the final.
In the FEI Junior Cup final.
FEI Junior Cup final, yeah. One on pens, is it?
Fantastic competition. One on penalties. 4-3, I think I read there today. That Gorey team was good side. Good
It'd be
side.
interesting to see now this Clanwilliam team will play their home games in Pats, do they?
I don't think they do.
Well, they play the Leinster Junior games in Pats.
They might do. I don't know.
I
Another
think
player
they do,
played their B team. They had to brought down a B team to play our B
front
team.
three. The Red Lions used to play up front for Cricket Yard last year.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
And then
Cordial Hall.
Yeah. I have no words about that.
They're absolutely.
Yeah,
we played them in a pre-season friend. We played them in a friendly
Red Lad
last year.
6 in the middle of the field.
They're deadly, man.
He's unbelievable. Yeah.
Imagine. Think of a time when a tie has a town and a tie town isn't the biggest football club in it.
Yeah.
I think it's nuts.
Well, I tell you, I go drinking with Silo. I haven't done it in a while, but over the tie, there's some ballers in the tie. There's the Irish caps and everything. Jimmy O'Donnell. Oh my God, man.
Sure, McDargan's a tie, is he?
McDargan's a tie, yeah. I was honest to God.
I had Ian Foley for a while. Ian Foley's a good player.
Good player, yeah. All these uncles are great soccer players.
Yeah, he signed for past 35s actually.
Evergreen are in the 35s year this year in Carlow.
Are they?
Evergreen.
Forget about Close. Give them the trophy. Close shop.
Two teams in Carlow. Two teams in Kilkenny.
Are
in the Bunclody.
Go away.
Blocky Welch telling me down at the game on Saturday night.
Jeez, Bunclody.
He was telling me, you won't see Division 1 like you'd see it anywhere else. I said, well, who's in it? Evergreen, Castlewarren, Bunclody. And he mentioned another team. And I said, where are you going to play Evergreen? So we can't take a chance.
Sure, Bridger obviously in it, are they?
Bridger in it, yeah. Bridger in it, yeah. Bridger good. Yeah.
Bridger very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Sure, Evergreen, man, will be...
So
there's no... But remember the year we were there, right?
Mm.
I was there at past 35s. And we went down to play bridge. They had Damien Raggett playing for them.
Yeah.
They had Barco playing for them.
Yeah.
It was basically...
Good ballers, man.
But it was... Kenny had no 35s team. They were only 35s team in Kilkenny. So
and I don't know whether they had a 35s team last year or no Kilkenny League have no 35s league.
They never had a 35s league.
So they're just probably a group of lads played.
Bridge were the only 35s team in Kilkenny.
Yeah.
So it was ex-boaters lads, tell you quite a funny story. We played them in the semi-final of the Cup. And it was Barco's first game against us. And I was with, I can't remember who I was with. Could have been Pass Mullen or someone. And I said, sure, he couldn't play for them. Barco goes, sure, what do you mean? Sure, what age is he like? Sure, he's obviously 35 like. I was thinking, sure, he's underage. He's like, no, he's 35 obviously, you retard. It's all 35s. Yeah. Nailed me.
What's your name? Pa, what? Patrick, we already lived there, we're over there.
Look, a fantastic episode. We'll close on this. Thanks very much for coming.
No, I loved it, yeah.
What I will say is get involved. People, if you're out there listening, get involved. You can contact me by, I don't do socials, right? You can get Popa on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, Bebo. You have the whole lot of them, yeah? Facebook. You can get me on Gmail, podge.dial@gmail.com. We'll support us, get behind us. If you have any questions, if you want to question us or correct us anything we said here, I know that this was a bit Hanover and St. Pat's heavy.
It's just the first night, though.
But it's just the first night.
Yeah.
We're moving on.
There'll be different guests, won't there?
It's going to be weekly. Hopefully, we'll get guests on. We're hoping to have our first guest next week. I won't announce them, but that's all from us. Thanks very much, and until next week.
Looking forward to it.
See you, Pop.
You too, man.
Thanks.
What are you saying goodbye? I'm only beside you, sure. Thanks, boys.
Brilliant. Enjoyed that.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Enjoyed that. Good.
Well.